So you'd never know this by looking at it, but this used to be a large earthen structure that they used to riprap, ship riprap or whatever you call it, metal riprap out here. And this used to be where a barge would park. And they'd load clay on here. Why would they load clay here? Back in the day, when Twin Rivers Clays owned this, you know, they sold clay, from what I've heard, to, I think it was Portland Cement and other places. So when the tide was really high, I mean, let me show you. There's a doggo. When the tide got super high, they just bring the barge in and then basically set it there, and they'd load it up, get it loaded before low tide, and then move it out. And over the course of time, eventually, when country or people, the companies decided to change over to getting clay, I heard from South America, I'm not entirely sure on that, this place was basically shut down, abandoned for the most part. And what happened was that eventually, you know, they sold the property, the clay mine, to Lafarge. And it was basically just an abandoned property. And this hillside up here has been threatening to slide for years. It's got a big old crack in it. You can find that on DNR. This is Twin Rivers area, Washington. But it's threatening to crack. And even right here, you can see this is clay. They actually used the clay from the hill to build the structure. You know, after they put the riprap in and the big breakwater rocks, they basically just used materials from the surrounding area. So this is all clean material. So it'll just slowly get washed out to the Strait of Juan to Fuca over the course of time. Now people say, why are you bothering to make this video? Well, I used to come out here. I'd be over on yonder, over there, a little ways smelting, if the smelting was good, and maybe pick a little seaweed to put in my soup. But sometimes I come out here, try to, you know, because on the other side they had a lot of the breakwater type of rocks, and that up there you can see some pretty good fish in there, so you get a good cast out there and catch yourself some decent fish. Because this used to go out probably twice the length that it is now. So, you know, you're ways out there, it's high tide. But it's kind of one of those things from my memory that, yeah, it used to exist. Come back a number of years later, and you're like, well, what's left of my memories? Well, this is one that's definitely changed. You know, and I imagine by the time I'm 60, this here will probably look just like that. You know, it'll just be all washed into the water, reclaimed, and then the tide lands will look just like that right there. You know, it's amazing. They pulled out almost all the rocks too. You know, this, you can't, if you didn't have all the signs around here and all the other stuff, you wouldn't even know this was ever a thing. But that's kind of the way life is, you know. Things get built by mankind, and unless it's some wreckage left over, you pull out all the metal and you know, the chunks of concrete or whatever, eventually nature just takes back over and nobody ever knew anything was there. But that's the way the Northwest works. It literally eats things slowly but surely. Not like the desert where things will be there forever. Anyway, this is OTR Ogre and Corgi. If you like what I'm doing, like, link, and subscribe. Comment if you so choose. And have a good day. And just, by the way, I love the weather out here. It's like a little bit of rainy, always insulated. You don't even need an air conditioner. It's fucking great. All right, have a good day.